Welcome to part 2, Handle of 12 Keys to Mega Success. This book is authored by Kenneth Morithu. We are exploring chapter 4 of this book, and that is the ability to withstand challenges. A man's capacity to withstand difficult situations determines his soaring level. If you are too weak to withstand the storms of life, then you are too weak to achieve success. But if you have the ability to withstand the storms, you are a candidate of success. There are moments when trouble enters our lives and we can do nothing to avoid them, but they are there for a reason. Only when we overcome them will we understand why they were there. Every difficult situation carries a lesson for you. You have got to open your eyes and see victory in the midst of trouble. The graveyard are full of men with great potential who were afraid to face difficulties and decided to commit suicide as the solution to their problems, and as a result they robbed the world the best of their untapped talent and great potential. As I said earlier, suicide is the coward's way. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if only you remember to turn your mind to the light side, because even stars shine brighter when there is deep darkness. Nothing ever goes away until it teaches us what we needed to know. When you face difficult times, know that the challenges are not sent to destroy you. They are meant to promote, increase, and to strengthen you. Israel was troubled by Goliath, but through this challenge, David was promoted and strengthened after he defeated him. David said in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 37, "The Lord who delivered me from the paw of the bear, He will deliver me from the hand of the Philistine." God will always deliver you from every trouble. It is written that, "But the salvation of the righteous is from the Lord. He is the strength in the times of trouble." That is in Psalm chapter 37 verse 39. Be strong, because things will get better. It might be stormy now, but the storm will be over. Hardship often prepares ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. Sometimes you get knocked down lower than you have ever been, to stand up taller than you are. When you strike a tennis ball downward, it bounces upward. When you are stricken down by challenges, be sure you will rise up higher than you were. Never give up. Stars can't shine without darkness. When you are in deep darkness, you are able to see stars. Challenges comes to show you that you have a bright future. When an hunter wants to throw an arrow, he must pull it backward first in the bow. When life's challenges are dragging you back, it means it is going to launch you into something greater. Be focused and keep aiming higher in order to become the person you are meant to become. Living the amazing life you are meant to live. Sometimes you have to go through hard times. Sometimes you have to be broken down so that you can learn, grow, release, and recalibrate. When times are tough, remind yourself that what is happening to you is happening for a reason. I am strong because I have been weak. I am fearless because I have been afraid. I am a wise man because I have been foolish. Challenges come to make us better, not bitter. Right now, you have everything you need to deal with whatever the world can throw at you. Embrace pain, challenges, and burn them as fuel for your journey. Falling down is an accident. Staying down is a choice. Anything that annoys you is teaching you patience. Anyone who abandons you is teaching you how to stand up on your own 2 feet. Anything that angers you is teaching you forgiveness and compassion. Anything that has power over you is teaching you to take your power back. Anything you fear is teaching you courage to overcome your fear. Our lives are not determined by what happens to us, but how we react to what happens. Not by what life brings to us, but by the attitude we bring to life. In fact, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% what you do with what happens. Sometimes it takes sadness to know happiness, noise to appreciate silence, and absence to value presence. Have faith that your restoration is on the way, even when every voice is telling you that it is not going to happen. Believe that the challenges you are going through are not permanent, but sometimes new is about to happen. Something happened new. Something is happening. Chapter 5. Be and discouragement. Most of the great men and successful people were discouraged and given many reasons why they cannot succeed in life. But they have always opposed discouragers and pressed on to the higher mark. Your ability to prove discouragers wrong determines the level of your achievement in life. To achieve mega success in life, you must be ready to move forward even when no one believes in you. David was discouraged by his brother Eliab, but he didn't consent. It is written, now Eliab, his oldest brother, when he spoke to the men, and Eliab's anger was aroused against David, and he said, why did you come down here? And with whom have you left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know your pride and the insolence of your heart, for you have come down to see battle. 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 28. When Eliab saw the pride and insolence of David, God saw a mighty and a great king of Israel and a killer of the giant Goliath. No matter what people say about you, stand firm and do the right thing. Do not be discouraged, and you will achieve mega success in life. Suffering, failure, loneliness, sorrow, discouragement, and disappointment will be part of the journey to your destiny. I think a big test we all will face in life on a regular basis is the discouragement test. Life is not always fair, but I believe if you keep motivating yourself internally, God will help you reach to your destination. Noel A. Maxwell said, discouragement is not absence of adequacy, but the absence of courage. Be courageous and you will achieve mega success in life. Develop success from failure. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. Every great work, every big accomplishment has been brought into manifestation through holding to the vision, and often just before the achievement comes apparent failure and discouragement. You should understand that in spite of discouragement and adversity, those who are happiest always have a way to learn in such situations. They become stronger, wiser, and adopt the anti-discouragement tactic. Discouragement is the most dangerous virus that destroys potential and happiness of millions of people in the world. Therefore, you should be anti-discouragement so that you can avoid the destruction of your future. I agree with the remarks of Ag Prather that discouragement, if pursued, is the exercise of an option to turn from the present to what is over, from creative to non-creative mental activity, to turn from what builds to what destroys. Never let anybody turn you with discouragement. Be a strong person who never gives up due to discouragement. Don't let doubts, exile, discouragement, or any negative mentality prevent you from accomplishing your dreams. You are not a victim, but you are a victor. Never say that you can't do or achieve anything in life just because everyone else is telling you so. No matter how discouraging the situation may be, arise and say that nothing will stop you. Pursue your dreams, and the doors of mega success will open your life. Every great achiever was discouraged in one way or another, but they kept silent and moved on. And I'm ever pleased with the story of the young man Gideon in the Bible. Gideon and his army was very exhausted, but they still pursued the enemy. They were angry, but they were not discouraged. They were still in pursuit. The Bible says, when Gideon came to the Jordan, he and the 300 men who were with him crossed over. Exhausted but still in pursuit. Then he said to the men of Succoth, please give loaves of bread to the people who follow me. For they are exhausted, and I am pursuing Zebah and Zalmunna, kings of Midian. That is the book of Judges, chapter 8, verse 4 to 5. But people of Succoth did not give them, yet they were not discouraged. They moved on. Sometimes when you are pursuing your dreams, you don't always have everything you want, but never be discouraged. Always be in pursuit and you will succeed. Never give up. The situations may seem tough and discouraging. Don't turn and give up, but remember that there is always light at the end of the tunnel. They say that the egg has no door, but when the time of hatching comes, nothing prevents the chick from coming out of the egg shell. No matter what kind of shell you are in life, you will still break through. In every night there is a dawn. Your dawn is coming. There is an African proverb that says, problem has no roots. Don't give up. Don't be discouraged, and you will achieve mega success. Thank you for listening to this audio, part 2 of 12 keys to mega success. Please look forward for the next part, and God is going to bless you. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and have a wonderful moment.